So we're going to measure the panel at 2 meters 200. A little pencil mark there. So now we'll use a set square to give you a nice neat cut. What I like to do is just mark it with a pencil. Use a Stanley knife with a nice sharp blade. Watch your fingers, and maybe 1, 2, 3 score marks, and this will be enough to break the panel and give you a nice neat cut. So I've cut the panel to length. Before I adhesive the back, I just want to make sure that it's going to fit in. So that'll slide up there and into there like so. Now I know that's going to be a nice neat finish. I'll take the panel back out and put some adhesive on. So this panel's cut to length, and because we've got a nice smooth wall, we'll put the adhesive on as an S shape like so. If the wall wasn't that even, what you would then do is maybe blob on in patches like this to lose any discrepancy you might have in the wall. So now we've got the adhesive on the back of the panel. Slide up into the coving and across into the internal corner like so. And then firmly dab the adhesive to the existing wall. We now need to screw the panels into the wall. If you was going over the top of tiles, you'd actually screw through into the grout line. But before we do this, we need to just double check that it's nice and plumb with the level. If it's not, just move slightly like I'm doing with this one, and that's perfect, ready to be screwed. Screw each panel approximately 12 inches. The screws we provide are 3mm by 12mm. We supply these. These screws are perfect because once fitted, they're concealed when the next panel slides in. There's no need to drill or raw plug. You're just holding the panel in position to allow the adhesive to go off. So now we've cut the next panel to length, and then like the first one, slot into the coving and then across, concealing the screws. The panel we're using for today's video is a tile effect panel. It's a random fit panel, so you don't try and line the panels up, you just fit them as they come. So we've got to the end of the wall, and this panel now is going to have to be cut. So what we need to do is measure the width. This is 220mm at the bottom and 220 at the top. So we've cut the panel to length, now we've got to cut it to width. The measurement I had was 220mm. So what I would do is mark 220 here, 220 roughly halfway down, and 220 at the bottom. If the wall was running out, then the measurement would be different, but you would use a straight edge to get your line. For example, we would then mark this. We have now got a nice line to Stanley knife to cut the panel. So now we've scored this panel, what we'll do is turn it over, and then the panel will bend back like so. Ready to fit on the wall. So with this end panel, what we need to do is, before we fit the internal corner over the panel, is double check the measurement that's going to fit in. Nice and neat. Now this one is actually a little bit tight, so what I'm going to do is take it back out and use my Stanley knife and just trim a little bit more off the panel. I'm just going to go down like so. When cutting the panel, don't worry too much if it's not exactly straight, because you'll be putting a internal corner over this to give you that nice neat finish that's required. So the best way to fit the last panel is to get the internal corner, clip that onto the cut panel first before slotting into position. Now it's always going to be a little bit fiddly because it is the last panel. But the panels are quite flexible. So once that internal trim is in, again, a couple more screws to secure. About every 10 inches. And again, these screws will be concealed when the panel slots in. Now, once this internal corner is fixed, you are ready to carry on with your next wall.